Okay, next, let's make this bottom. The structure of this bottom is relatively simple. Tray and large lever, then thin on both sides. Bend and stick it over, make a fold. But here's a detail to be aware of. That is, the width we actually want is the red line. Then the width of this web text is currently slightly larger than this red line. So this web text needs to be corrected. For example, the width we actually want is this wide. But if your web text is so wide, after you wrap the leather, we know leather also has a thickness, so it will be further widened. So be sure to close the web text a little narrower than the width we actually want. Then put some margin for the folding leather. Basically just shrink it by 1 mm. Let's take an example. The distance between these red lines is the actual width we want after folding the edges. For example, if we want 10 centimeters, 100 millimeters, 10 centimeters, the net width of this web text should be about 99 millimeters. It's a little narrower than this, so the leather we wrapped can miss 1 millimeter of space, so it gives the space for the thickness of the leather. Now we're going to correct it. Compare after correcting. So far, it's still a bit lenient. Then trim another cut here. About 1 millimeter is enough. Okay, that looks just right. Take a look. And now we're going to make a glue spread on the web text. Okay, glue spread. Bring the outer bottom leather that was sprayed with glue just now. This is the outer bottom leather, and web text, they're sprayed with glue. Fill the midline at the outer leather. It's marked on the pattern with this circle. This is the midpoint. Then draw a secondary line. Then use the triangles to align and fit. After pasting, compaction, after gluing the edge, fold the straight line over. Okay, after brushing the glue on both sides. You can't see clearly, the glue is transparent, a little unclear. Brush glue in this area of the red line. There is no glue here, there is glue here. Then you need to fold the straight edge here. Same when folding straight edges. Find a shaping stick and slowly stand it up, so there are traces of two very clear straight lines. Then wait a minute and stick it on slowly like this. Be sure to wait for the glue to dry, because this leather is hard, so sometimes it may bounce back. Definitely at this time, be sure to break the leather fiber with a hammer. This ensures that he fits obediently. Just make sure that we fold this edge in a straight line. Very straight. Then operate this one again. Use your left index finger and pull hard in this direction with these three fingers. Pull it and tap it little by little at the same time. Make it bond firmly enough. Then we're done. After finishing, check if the thickness here is uniform. If it is not uniform, use a hammer to fine-tune it. Then wait a minute and make a correction. Okay, this bottom has some problem. You unpunch the holes crookedly. Normally this material isn't valid. Why is it crooked? Two problems. Okay, two reasons. First, glue the double-sided tape a little. too little sticky, so the adhesion is not enough. Secondly, there is a height difference, so she slipped when she punched. It's misplaced. She doesn't know yet. Although this has been told again and again, but still fallible. So there are two solutions here. First, add a little more double-sided tape. Increase the bonding area. Make it stick better, particularly around the edges. Then the alignment should be accurate. Be sure to reduce the bonding strength of this double-sided tape, otherwise it is easy to damage the leather surface. Then align the panels. Secondly, like this area in the middle, you can directly penetrate it with a pricking iron. Because in this middle region, it's not easy to displacement, whereas the edge area is indeed easy to displacement, so I will remind her in advance. But she still makes mistakes. Punch this area. We don't need to fully penetrate through, just tap a mark lightly, because this place is thick and there is a height difference. Pay attention to the change of the line here when punching. If you find that it has a slight displacement, it must be adjusted in time. Okay, this is the first method. The second method is to use this little awl. You can use a round hole over a French-style awl. Then at the crucial point, for example, the first poke is 5 or 6 holes apart. Then every 5 or 6. To locate, we use the pricking iron to connect them all finally. So we can reduce the chance of misplacing the pattern against the leather. Let's finish punching holes in the middle. Here are only for holes, so just use this awl to penetrate through. Okay, cut off the excess after punching. After cutting, open them. This trace. Maybe it's not easy to see the video. There is a trace at a distance. Then we use multiple prongs iron to cut across these two traces and connect them. That is to say, we don't need to cut through each hole on the pattern. So we're done with punching. This pattern and this color are not particularly clear. Remember, we don't need to cut through each hole on the pattern. For example, so let's say this is 10 prongs length. I'm going to mark on the first prong, then mark the back. Let's mark every 5 or 6. In that case, after I take off the pattern, I can still connect these markers together by using pricking iron. Only, this is a transfer method, because sometimes it's not easy to punch through the pattern directly. So, we have to be flexible. I hope this round behavior can reduce some losses to everyone. After finish punching, take out this foot padding leather, and find the positioning pin. Or you can use some sewing needles. Fix the corners of the bottom leather of the foot padding against the hole. Fix the bottom leather, then you can sew it up. Then we install the foot nails. Okay, now we have sewn the bottom leather. After sewing, let's go through the cut hole of the leather. We punch through the circle of this leather. See this circle? has a thickness. Let's install this footstep. These are footsteps. It's a structure like a barbell. Just unscrew it. Then the screw in the middle is useless. It prevents friction between the two footsteps during electroplating. Then find the screwdriver and foot studs. Go through and screw. This place, when you install it, be sure to take some hardware glue. It's anaerobic glue. Otherwise, this footstep may fall off. I'll skip this glue when I am doing this sample. You can use this masking paper to anti-scratch. Just pinch it to cover. In this case, the footsteps are finished. These areas are uneven. It doesn't matter. Wait a minute. We still have foam sheet and 10" add-on. Then we're done the bottom.